Great. Now we're going to focus on promoting your app within your own app, specifically on social calls to action. These are typically when users share your app on social media, which is sort of a word of mouth type of marketing. If you get this right and you're lucky, you could even go viral and make tons of money. Now, that's not what we're aiming for, since there is always a luck component to going viral and we want assured passive income. But it doesn't hurt to do social calls to action very well, just in case you are the lucky one. Even though we are realistically aiming to be in the top 200 of your categories rather than going viral, the best way to achieve this is by following a viral loop model. A viral loop is defined by AppTaming as the steps a user takes between downloading your app and inviting the next set of new users to join the app. If you get it to work properly, each user will invite new users to join. Each one of these new users will then invite new users to join, and on it goes. Hence, a loop. And there are two main ways to do this. The first one, and probably the most effective one, is by giving the users consumables if they either share your app or invite people to play your app. This works if the user is engaged because he or she would rather share your app than pay money in order to keep playing or unlock extra content. Or at least most users would rather to do that. If they prefer to pay money, then that's even better for you. But as an example, look at Candy Crush. I mean, if any of you have a Facebook account, you must have undoubtedly gotten invitations from your friends to join Candy Crush. Or maybe you have sent them yourself. Which is perfectly okay, it's the whole point. Candy Crush gives you something in return for helping them out promoting their app. And you should do the same. You can give people points or coins, or you could also have exclusive extra content that can be unlocked if the user invites, 20 friends to play the app. Or you could have both. You can give them points or coins every 3 days or every week if they keep sharing your app or inviting a few people, and give them this special unlockable content if they invite a lot of people. Word of mouth is really, really powerful, and you really need to do everything you can to get it right. And the great thing is that it doesn't take too long to set up once you do it for one app. Doing it for the rest will be really, really easy. Your programmer will be able to just copy paste the code, easy. Just remember that consumables is the main way you make money in your app. So don't give the users too much. Give them a small amount, enough to be worth it, but not too large so that the user just keeps sharing the app and not pay for consumables ever. Every time the user gets consumables in exchange for sharing the app, it is an opportunity cost, a potential purchase that you are foregoing. So how much are you willing to pay for a user to share your app? There's not an easy way to answer this. If you give the users consumables for free, it can be good to get them engaged and get more downloads and therefore have more users playing, but it may also reduce the amount each user spends. You gotta find the equilibrium, the sweet spot. The more apps you have, the more you can test what works and doesn't with your audience by moving things around. Now, the second way would be to allow users to share their scores on social media. I am sure that you must have seen this as well. When you lose on a game or the game finishes, you can share your score on Facebook or Twitter. This, for obvious reasons, is really helpful as well, and you should include it in your apps. What you need to do is make the user feel very proud of what they did. Try to figure out a way to display the score so it sounds like an amazing accomplishment, keeping your target audience in mind. Also, another thing you could do is that if you give users points or coins when they get a high score, you can randomly, once a day or every 2 days or once a week or something like that, you can randomly tell them that if they share the high score that they just got, they will get double the points. You could even put in a timer. You can be like, share your score to get double points quickly. You have 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, and so on. That could get the user to share without thinking too much, and it would just make it an impulse. In any case, if you can share a screenshot of the score, it would be great, and always be sure to include a link to your app in either the App Store or Google Play. I know it sounds pretty obvious, but sometimes people forget to include the link, so please be sure to include the link. And don't let the user be able to edit the link because they will likely delete it. Make it appear as default with every post. I will leave in the description a great article on viral loops by Abtamen and also some extra readings on calls to actions.